Hello fellow players of Seyerdin. Today I'm going to show you how to do the quest Duwaldawar. Now, you want to get the Rune of Reveal, which you will find out throughout the whole dungeon. For this quest, or dungeon I suppose I should say, is I would recommend a good set of equipment. If you're doing it by yourself, I would definitely recommend some PVM skills, which is player versus monster if you don't know. And at least 2 to 3 players, because their extra damage will help. The reward of this quest is going to either be an Alcalzer, Solido, Sparkling Wand, or it's going to be a Gigas Axe. So when you walk in, you're gonna want to first things first is you want to complete the whole dungeon. By that I mean you want to figure it all out, like get every single map unlocked. I have that done, so right now my map is at a mid to low light, and it's still a mid to low light over here. So that means it's gonna be about 2 lanes over, I suppose. I could be wrong. So I'm gonna try going to the left side of the map. Let's try here first. Okay, so it's probably gonna be in this lane actually. There's gonna be 5 options that you're gonna end up getting with the use of the rune. One's gonna be dark red, and it's gonna say the magic source is nowhere near here, which is your cue to go as far away as as far away from there as you possibly can get, because you're not gonna get it anywhere near there. Then there's gonna be no, not sustained. It's gonna be faintly, which is gonna be it's a little far away from there. Well, quite far away is what I should say. And then you're going to get a mid to low light, which is a dark yellow, I would say. And it's going to say that it's kind of like middle, you know. Not too far, not too close. And then there's going to be sustained, which is good. It's basically saying that you're getting there. And then there's going to be brightly, which is basically you're pretty hot and near there. And then the last one is going to be is where it opens a portal. So it's brightly here, brightly there. So it's either going to be there on the map, or it's going to be up a map. I'm hoping it's going to be up a map because I don't want to have to go through the whole dungeon. Which unfortunately it is not. But just in case, I'm going to check down here a little bit. Oh yeah, so there's been a recent update for those of you who are older players that runes are quite more easy to find because they spawn faster, monsters drop them, and the monsters drop rate is a good one out of every kill, one out of every 5 kills. So I have the general idea of where I'm going to find it. If you're a tank or paladin, you have a good chance of being able to solo this quest. Otherwise, if you're a thief or something, I would say have cripple ready or something like that. For any of the lower classes, you're going to basically do a hit and run tactic and try not to get killed, just like in every single other dungeon you do. There's also quite a bit of traps in here. There's ambush, there's blind, there's frozen, there's crippled, there's exhausted. There's a bunch of them, and you want to try to avoid hitting the same ones over and over and over, which is basically common sense. Now, I'm pretty sure I'm going to hit the dungeon location soon. Or not. I could be wrong. Dang, I have found quite a bit of rune. Overview at least. Now, if you ever get caught in an ambush, you kind of just want to tank your way out. Focus on one, not all. Especially if you're not the tank type, you're kind of a squish kind of person. So hopefully I found it, because it may not even be here, which would be quite upsetting. Now, tips for before and during the boss. Oh my god. But tips and during and before boss would definitely be have full mana, have one of your most powerful spells ready to cast as you go in, and then have it where you can have it where the cooldown is already cooled down. So I'm gonna wait for my regen to kick in. Now, tips during the boss is you want to make sure that he cannot hit little black mages, because he basically feeds off them, which makes his defense go higher and his damage go up higher. It's basically lost if he turns completely red, because you'll be hitting 4s and 5s, and he'll be doing hundreds and hundreds. And even if you can manage to kill it, the blobs, I guess, is what they're called, they will be doing a lot of damage to you. So the best option in that kind of situation is trying to get cornered by one of the black mages itself, because they don't do damage unless you're, I think, a low set of equipment. You want to try to get cornered by those if you're heavy set, and you want to try to log out as fast as you can, because those the blobs do not play around. They do quite a bit of damage. Now, as you can see, you just go for a straight out tank fight if you're a lower level. I mean, if you're a heavy set, but if you're a lower level and you're not a tank type, you definitely want to do a hit and run tactic, and you definitely want to use all your spells on him, and you want to avoid using it on the sacrifice. Now, if you can, I would say bring divinity pots. Use a heroism pot. Also, feel free to throw in some healing pots as well. Those can help you quite greatly during the tank fight, especially if you're not a tanky type. Even the divinity pots can end up saving your life when you get to the blobs, because the blobs are not nice. Okay, so as he dies, I'm going to use my AoE effect spell. Now, with the servants everywhere, you want to try to get, there's too many of them, you definitely want to try to get in a comfortable situation where you can just you can go target one single blob and then continue on. Now, as I am sort of low on health, I'm going to try to do this. Now, lag spike. Alright, I'm good. So now I'm just going to be running around, basically trying to get enough health. Every once in a while trying to land a good hit in. And now that this fight is basically over. I can't even hit it. Okay. You're going to be left with these 4 choices. Choose whatever you want. Preferably, you would want to go with the item that'll definitely help your class out the most. I would say grab potions, just because they could end up being more divinity, more whatever. And that's all I can really think about for tips on this dungeon. It's quite easy once you get the hang of it. You can end up doing it into 3 or 4 runes. To sum up my tips again for the very beginning of it is, when you walk in, use a rune. And if it's brightly, it's pretty. You already know, and you can basically work from there. Sometimes it might even be on the beginning map. That's happened, I think, 2 or 3 times to me. Once you have your potions, go to him and go to the hit the other thing, you know, the like kind of yin-yang shape, I guess, and identify them all. You obviously want to get rid of the bad potions, especially potions of pain. And also, for a quick potion tip, never drink something you don't know what it is. It can turn quite bad, quite fast. Anyways, thank you for watching my guide. If you need any help, just comment on the video. Read the description, because I'll post all of the account names that I have that I can gladly assist you on. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll be looking forward to making my next quest guide, or dungeon guide, whatever you want to call it.